Hello everybody, Bob6983 here, and we are back for some more Dragon Quest XI, Echoes of an Elusive Age. In the last episode, we came of age. We went to the top of Cobblestone Tor, and, we defeated a giant bird of sorts. And in this episode, we are going to be going home to our mother and telling her the good news, and just progressing with the story in general. If you want to open the map, that's how you open it. You can kind of see on the far left over here, like right in front of us, that little blue circle with like a triangle cross of sorts in the middle of it. That is a church where you heal up. Over here behind us, there's going to be something that kind of looks like a feather of sorts. It's very tricky to see it. But down there, basically, that is your item shops in the overworld. That's for like items such as healing in general and whatnot. There's going to be specific icons for armories and weaponry stores, all of that nature. They will have their own icons, but we'll get into that when the time comes. Hello, Sandy. I don't know how you warped in front of us, but so be it. And this is my house, or our house, in the middle of our street. Our house, in the middle of our street.
Ooh.
Our house.
Here's my little soldier. Well, not so little anymore. I've heard all about your big adventure. Look at you, all grown up. I hope he wasn't too much of a bother, Gemma dear.
Of course not. Quite the opposite, in fact. You would have been proud of him. We got attacked by a monster at the top of the tor, and I ended up hanging onto the edge of the cliff by my fingertips. I thought I was done for. But you'll never guess what happened next. That mark on his hand suddenly lit up, and a bolt of lightning hit the monster.
What did you say? That funny little mark? Lightning flying about the place? Goodness me. Here I was hoping he'd turn out nice and ordinary, but it seems his grandfather was right all along. Well, I've been putting this off for long enough now. You and me need to have a little talk. Here. This belongs to you. Your grandfather asked me to give you it once you'd come of age and climbed the tor. The truth is, there's something I've been keeping a secret all these years. Something I've never told another soul in the village. It's... how can I put this now? Well, he said you're the reincarnation of the Luminary.
What does that even mean? We'll get into that in a second.
Oh, don't ask me what the old fool meant, dear. I haven't got the foggiest. All I know is that your grandfather said you had a special destiny, and that there was something you had to do. He said that when you came of age, you were to head north to the capital, up there in Heliodor, and show that necklace thingy to the king. He seemed to think that if you did that, all would become clear. Clear as mud, I shouldn't wonder.
Bruh.
Anyway, the long and short of it is that if you want to find out what this is all about, you'll have to leave Cobblestone and head over to Heliodor.
All right.
Crikey.
Excuse me. Bless me.
Well, I can't stop you leaving, I'm sure, but you won't be marching on an empty stomach. Come on, dinner.
I've been too influenced by the VTuber Sarasfana. I've started saying the same thing that she says whenever she sneezes. We tried our hardest to sleep, but, we'd be too confused. Sometimes when something's on your mind, you can't be getting to sleep. Big mood, but so be it. Eventually. We wake up in the middle of the night. Hello, Mother. Having trouble sleeping, are you? Well, it's no surprise after all the excitement today. And your big news. Whenever I have trouble nodding off, I like to go on a little walk. The night air always does me a power of good. That is exactly what we are going to do. We're going to go outside, and we are going to, before anything, we're going to go and see if we can grab anything from, from these houses, because I'm going to let you all know right now, like, this is not spoilers, but, like, for the immediate future, we're probably not going to be coming back here. Oh, that's right. People are sleeping. I can't be just trespassing like that. But yeah, we are going to be setting off on our journey, leaving this place. And it's going to be a while before we come back. So I guess grab everything you can while you're here. There's a chest here. There's going to be a lot of chests like this in the overworld. You get 50 gold coins from that. But yeah, we're going to be leaving. And let's go take this walk to get our mind off of things. Or I guess a jog, if you will. You can technically slow down your control stick. That way you can, like, walk. But, we are an impatient protagonist. So we are going to jog and occasionally run. But yeah, we're going to go over to this tree over here. And Gemma is also awake.
Oh, can't sleep either, eh? You remember this tree, don't you? I got my scarf stuck in it all those years ago. There I was, crying like mad, and there you were, running round trying to help me get it down. Some things never change, eh? I always imagined we'd spend our whole lives right here in Cobblestone. That's why I was so surprised by what your mum said today. All that stuff about you being the luminary, that reincarnation thing. I remember the story my granddad told me. Once upon a time, long, long ago, the world was terrorized by a horrible monster. But then, the luminary appeared and saved the day. When it was all over, the luminary turned into a star, and he's been watching over us from up in the heavens ever since. That's his star, right there.
There.
How can you be the luminary too? I just don't get it.
There is so much that I want to share, but I can't.
That's
I have
what
to
you're going
hold
to
my
Heliodor
tongue.
to find out. I understand, really I do. Listen, we should both be getting back. Everyone will be wondering where we've got to. Goodbye, old friend.
Kind of sucks, but yeah. We had to finally, get kind of closure with talking with Gemma before we set off on our journey. Hello, Mother.
Well, just look at you. You don't scrub up too bad, Only wish your grandfather were here to see you. You won't forget him, will you? He was a fine, upstanding man, the pride of the village. You could do worse than try to be like him. Well, however you turn out, I'm sure you'll find a way to overcome whatever lies ahead. A mother knows these things. Oh, by the way, I've popped a little money I'd saved for a rainy day in your pack. Don't spend it all at once.
How nice of you, Mother.
Why don't you visit the village shop before you head off to Heliodor? You'll need some supplies for your big adventure. But don't take too long.
Realistically,
The whole
we don't really
village
need much
is
from the
turning
shop,
out
I'm
to
not gonna
wave
lie.
you off.
We're gonna save this for later on. But thank you, Mother, for giving us some money. You can go upstairs, I believe. I think there's like one more thing upstairs. I'm not sure. I just have a vague idea that there is something upstairs. Okay, what are these? It's something in these pots, maybe. Yeah, 10 more gold. Don't worry, it's not, you know... It's not, we're not like stealing. I believe that is ours. Keyword is I believe, I'm not sure. But yeah, we're going to... Oh, awesome! You know, the horses do be blocking the way. What do you have to say? The other day, you know, messing around when he got a flurry feather, he loves it, blew it away. Okay. Sure, and you'll give us a sleeping hibiscus? Basically showing us how we can climb on top of roofs now. I believe we have it. There we go. Thank you for the sleeping hibiscus. That's another item I guess we can use for making stuff. But, yeah. Go ahead and continue. There's going to be a lot of quests like these in the overworld. You know, people will be like, hey, can you do this? Or hey, can you show me this? Or hey, can you make this? And I'll give you this in return. You don't have to do all of them, but some of them do help you out a lot. Some of them will give you really good items. Some of them will just, you know, give you more money. Stuff of that nature. I don't really want to buy anything in the store, but I guess I will show off what exactly you can get. Hello there. We have 207 gold. The cypress stick, we don't really need that. We can buy the bandana. The wayfarer's clothes. And the pot lid. Pot lid is basically going to serve as a shield. I guess we can take that and the bandana. Because we have the plank. You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and stock up. We're gonna equip it, and I think the wayfarer's clothes will probably be better for us. Let me just check before you buy anything in the stores in general. If you want to buy armor or weaponry, press the Y button to view the details. This is going to benefit defense, and let's go ahead and see what exactly my normal clothing items will do already. Press Y. 4 in defense. Okay. But yeah, you can equip a shield for your, you know, your character, a hat, clothes, and then 2 other things. But we'll get into that in a moment. Let's go ahead and get the wayfarer's clothes, I guess. Yep. We already have 5 medicinal herbs. We don't really need antidote herbs. I guess I'll maybe get like 2. That's just for, you know, just in case you get poisoned, all that stuff. Okay, let's save everything else. I said I wasn't really going to buy anything in the store, but you know what? Fine, so be it. Again, if you need to save, you come in here to the church and you go up to the altar and you confess your sins. There's a lot of other things that you can do. Confession, that's, you know, saving the game. Divination, basically letting you know how much experience you have before you level up. Resurrection, reviving people just in case they've died. Purification, in case somebody is poisoned. Benediction, I believe, is in case you're being cursed by something. Yes, and then you can go into 2D mode. And yeah. Oh, damn, we can't go in there just yet. Okay, fine. Also, you cannot run in the church, so be respectful. Okay, now that we go over this way, I believe... Okay, never mind. The horses are still there. But yeah, we are going to be going on our merry way. Our mother is already out here waiting for us. If we're ready, you say yes. If you need something else, you say no. But we're going to go ahead and say yes. Hello, village elder.
One day you're just a little boy, the next you're getting ready to leave us. I only wish your grandfather could see what a fine young man you've become. To think, it's been so many years already since old Chalky found you floating I mean, since he brought you to Cobblestone. We never thought there was anything out of the ordinary about you. And now suddenly there's all this talk of luminaries of all things. You know who the luminary was, of course. The legendary hero who saved the world from a terrible darkness. We're supposed to believe that you're him reincarnated.
You ugly dumb
man!
Okay.
Of course, but it's a little hard to swallow, I must say. Oh, when you meet the King of Heliodor, put in a good word for our
don't worry, buddy. I got okay. I'm having a little too much fun right now. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I had like there's like this candy that's right in front of me. I was just I intook it a little bit. It's like the warhead candy of sorts, and it's I don't know. It's got me in a good mood.
Oh, you are terrible. Trust you to be thinking about what you can get out of it.
Oh, no, I'm only joking, of course. The very thought.
Sure, buddy. Yeah, you know, we was joking just between us two.
Anyway, where was I? Ah, yes. Now, the fate that awaits you may well be one beyond anything we simple country folk can imagine. But you must allow us to offer what little assistance we can. Take this map of Erdrea with you. May it prove useful in finding your way.
See, the way that he says Erdrea is what I like, not Erdrea. Erdrea just works way better, at least in my point of view. This is our horse!
And may this magnificent steed, the pride of Cobblestone, lighten your burden and speed you on your way.
Let's go!
You'll find Heliodor easily enough. Just head north out of the village and follow your nose.
You travel safely now. Oh, you're such a good boy, such a good boy. You make us proud out there, won't you? And come back
Of
safe.
course. Don't worry. We are all grown. We're an adult as of yesterday. Bye, everyone. Is it gonna make me say press A? Oh, never mind. Okay, just making sure.
Wait! Here, take this with you. I made it for you.
Well, thank you, Gemma. I'm gonna let you all know right now. This is probably the
It'll
best
keep you
item that you're
safe.
going to have for a
I
long
heard there are lots
time
of monsters where you're going.
for
Be sure to
the
keep it
protagonist.
close, won't you? Oh, I don't know what's in store for you out there, but wherever you go and whoever you meet, don't forget us, will you?
There's something about Gemma that always pulls at my
Take
heart.
care.
It tugs at it.
And remember, we'll be waiting for you.
More in like a sense of like that somebody cares about you, and you know you don't want to let them down. I feel like the character of Gemma was just very well written. I personally really like it. Anyways, we are on our way. Before we continue, I'm going to go ahead and thank you for telling me that if you need a horse, nay, brother. Before we continue, what I wanted to do is go into equipment and equip Gemma's charm. It does so much for you. It gives you a chance of, I don't know what that word is, beguiled, I guess. I want to say that's like if you like some form of infatuation, or I guess like confused of some sort. It reduces that chance by 30% and reduces the chance of you being cursed by 30%. It is a very, very, very good item in that regard. Hello there, good sir. I'm not going to talk with you. But yes, you can gallop, but pressing the ZR button. It's basically the same dash button. Otherwise, you can go at a normal pace. You can attack enemies while on a horse, but you can't do the surprise attack on them. You just have to run into them. We will get the ability to do that later on in the game, but just not yet. There's a bunch of slimes out in the overworld. There are some crow enemies over there. They have skeleton or skulls on their claws, so they have killed a few people, but just I guess be wary. This guy seems slightly different than the enemy that we fought in the cave, but you know what? We're gonna ignore it. What we basically got to do is go over to Heliodor. That is what was told of us, so we are going to go in that direction. There's going to be a lot of just you and me time for now, viewers at home, I guess. So I guess this gives me a lot of time to talk about stuff. This is a Draki over here. This is not necessarily... It's not a slime, but it's slime-like. It's like if a slime became a dragon. That's kind of what it is. There are more slime-like dragons in this game, but just... This is the very first quote-unquote dragon kind of thing that you will find. It's like a bat slime, if that makes sense. Weak, but you know, has slightly stronger attacks now and is a bit more resilient. And now we don't have Sandy to help us out, or Gemma to heal us. You know, the one time, the only time I get messages is whenever I'm recording. I'm looking over at my phone, and my phone has been on a lot. Like the light has been on a lot, and I'm just like, really? The times that like I want people to message me is when I'm not recording, but nothing ever happens. But whenever I am recording, people just start floating my idea. Like, it's a very mixed feeling. These guys are basically the enemies that have lances. They are pretty strong, but sometimes they will miss their mark. They do give you a lot more XP than normal. They're called the Cruel Cumber. Basically, there's going to be a lot of enemies with puns for their names. Yeah, be careful with this guy. He does a lot of damage. He does like a reeling attack, and if that lands, it does a lot of damage. Because lances are very, very powerful in this game. And once he's defeated, he accidentally stabs himself with his own lance. We're going to get over to our first kind of like mini overworld save point. Save state, if that makes sense. Hello, hold on a second.
Oh, what have we here? I know a budding adventurer when I see one.
Hello there.
It can be risky heading into the great
There's
outdoors.
nothing like the
if
great
you aren't
outdoors.
familiar with the basics of survival, you know. Well, fear not, because that's where I come in.
Does it? Is that where you come in?
See the remains of that fire over there? Well, when you spy one of those, it means you can set up camp and rest your weary
Yes,
bones.
exactly how he's saying.
To settle down for the night, just go up to the fire and examine it. You'll soon be enjoying a well-earned break. What's that? You're worried about being attacked by monsters while you sleep? Oh, ye of little faith.
That's what the statue's for.
That statue
Yeah!
over there is chock full of holy powers that'll keep the beasties at bay for as long as you need. And that's not all. You can pray to it to
Doctor
be
Who
cured
fans
of
are in
poison
shambles.
and all kinds of other things. Think of it as a mini church.
Yes.
Anyway, enough of my yammering. Why don't you take a closer look at all this camping kit for yourself?
Thank you for explaining all of that. I
You'll
would have gone
need
into
to get
detail,
used
but
to
I
what
talk a
campsites look
lot
like
more
and how to
faster than
find
normal.
them. After all, you'll be relying on them whenever you're out in the wilderness.
This guy is great.
It's like my old dad always said. Keen campers can continue on where others can't. Be prepared. Well, that's all from me. If you have any camping-related queries, feel free to ask. I'm here all the time. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
This guy's fun. But yeah, he basically explained camping perfectly. You go over to the fire. You can set up camp here. You can get up by pressing B. There will be a wandering merchant 9 times out of 10. He will sell you stuff in case you need it, or in case you need to upgrade, or in case you need items for making more things. Hello there, good sir. You can buy stuff, and you can also sell stuff to him too, I believe. Like, for example, we can go ahead and sell our plain clothes, because we're not really going to be needing that. Sell it for us, or sell it. He'll take it off our hands for 5 coins. We cannot sell the cobblestone greatsword. No, we're good. I guess I'll kind of go into detail on how the greatsword works right now. But I'm going to rest. But yeah, you can talk to the statue. It will basically serve as like if you want to save the game, quit, all that stuff. But resting is what you can do. And if you don't want to stay resting, you can break the camp and then leave. When you rest, you can set whatever time you want to wake up at. I like to put it for dawn, sometimes noon. If you really want an event to happen, like later on in the night, you can put dusk. Or until night. That's just whatever you want. Dawn or noon works for me. Usually I'll go for dawn. Which is just basically sunrise. There we go. And we are good to go. They don't charge you for that. But we can go. But yeah, whenever you need to hail your horse, it's right here. The bell. It will be all over the overworld. You can kind of see it with the bell icon that I'm kind of covering. There we go. These guys are something... We'll get into it later on, but I guess I will give you the name of them. They are called tacos. Not T-A-C-O-S, that's tacos. I'm talking about tacos. T-O-C-K-L-E-S. Do not look them up, by the way. I'm going to say this right now. And I guess if you didn't... If I didn't get a chance to... I sound it's kind of like Jim Carrey when he was laughing in the Ace Ventura movies. If I didn't get a chance to say it in the first episode, I'm going to say it right now. I would highly recommend you play this game before I do. I would highly recommend you play this game without, me spoiling it for you. Because this game is best experienced blind. It's best experience, like going through these emotions by yourself. This is a very, very, very long game. It's like... I'm going to say if you don't want to go into the post game, then the main game takes about 70 hours. It's a long game. It's a long RPG. These guys are... they have axes / hammers as their weapons. But yeah, what I'm going to say is... I highly recommend you play this game first, or if you want to play along with me, so be it. But just know, I'm probably going to be spoiling some things in these episodes. Oh, also, that charge attack that the Hammerhood did can be pretty devastating to you, so don't get hit by it. It's a low chance of it hitting, but if it does hit, it's going to do a lot of damage to you. So be careful. Be ready to heal after the fights. These guys are kind of like slimes with plants, That's basically what it's getting at. You can fight them, but I will choose not to. The Hammerhoods are basically, right now, the thing that will give you the most experience, along with Cruel Cumbers. But, yes, I would highly recommend you play this game first before you watch it with me. Or if you want to play along with me, so be it. That's fine, like I said. But, please don't look up, how do you do this thing in Dragon Quest? Because... it will spoil the game for you a lot. 9 times out of 10, it will spoil the game. But online, they will give you the answer to the things that you want. However, the Dragon Quest community is incredibly good at keeping things secret or spoiler free. If you see spoilers, it's 9 times out of 10 because you're looking for them. The Dragon Quest community very much gatekeeps a lot of things that could be spoiled or things that are major. So, yeah, I'd recommend don't look at things online if you want. If you want to look for things, only do it if you're desperate because, again, this game is best experienced blind. And I don't want you all to be spoiled on a very great game. This game came out, I think, maybe 5 years ago. It's been a long time. But all in all, it holds up very well. Hello, gentlemen. But yeah, let's go ahead and go over here. We're going to be stopped by these guards, I believe. Never mind. They just let us in. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to say. Dragon Quest community is very good at, keeping things spoiler free. I recommend don't look up stuff. And I'll try my best not to spoil things for you despite knowing what the entire game is like. Yeah, this is Heliodor, or Heliodor. I like saying Heliodor, but it's, I guess, technically Heliodor. Very nice place. But yeah, the things that we saw a while back are tockles, Tockles. We're gonna get into those later because, yeah, they are important. I highly recommend do not look up tockles because there is a very big spoiler concerning it. Oh, right here on the map, not the minus button, map. I can zoom in with X. Yeah, you can see there. That's the weapon shop with the swords, the armor shop with the, with the armor, the church, the shop, and then the bed is where you go to sleep. That's everything you basically need. We can technically go over here to buy some stuff at the armory or at the weapons store. Hello? We don't really need a copper sword. We're gonna hold off. This is a little too expensive for my liking, I believe. Despite us having 67 gold. There are a few things that you can do in this town, I believe. Over here on the right. There is, I believe, something over here on the right. I'm not quite sure. I might be able to do it later on in this game. I'm not sure. I'm saying I'm not sure a lot. But I believe there's a way to get on top of the buildings. I think there's like a rope or something somewhere around here. There's going to be something, I guess I'll go into it right now. Whenever you enter buildings, I highly recommend look for bookshelves. I know this may sound a little weird, but look for bookshelves because they are basically going to be the way that you find out how to make items. They're going to be the way that you save yourself a lot of money. And all in all, it gives you recipes to like learn how to make accessories, weapons, armor, all that good stuff. So I recommend look for bookshelves where there's red books and that you can interact with them. This is how you get up here. I'm doing this right now, that way we don't have to do it later on. But yeah, there's this, and then there's this rope here that we can climb across. Don't worry, again, you don't fall. And I believe on one of these over there, that's where the chest is that I want. There's nothing else here, I believe. Yeah, we want that chest. I believe if you run and then jump. Yeah, there we go. Hello, Tockle. You get a mini medallion. We are going to go into detail on these a lot later, but just know if you can ever find one of these, keep them. There's no way to get rid of them, but just find as many as you possibly can and keep them. Oh, there was a way to get that without climbing over there. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not going to be doing a lot of voice acting in this game just because, the voice acting is basically done already for you. And I do not want to, discredit the people who do stuff. Also, another thing, check wardrobes like that. Because they sometimes have clothing items for you. I don't really have a good example for bookshelves, but I will see if I can find one soon enough. But yeah, I'm just kind of covering what you can. Oh, you are a clerk. We're going to go back here, and we're going to break this pot. Oh, a Chimera Wing. Awesome. I think he's kind of like, oh, how did you get back here? Or something like that. You have a quest for us. Amelia. I believe that is a cat. You give us kitty litter. I believe that's another item for making things. Amelia is in a pickle. Is it up top over here somewhere? It's like on one of the roofs, I believe. I believe it's somewhere up top over there. How do I get up there? How do I? Is it from the inventory shop as well? No, not the Y button. Let's go back up. Let's go see if we can save this cat. Hello, there you are. Technically, we can just jump directly down, but I'm not going to be evil like that. I like cats. No, you are not who I want to. Yeah. Oh, the cat was already down there. We could have just jumped. You! Thank you. Thank you for the kitty litter. We don't really need it anymore. Okay. I think I'm going to go over to where we need to go. There's one more quest right here. What do you do? Oh, wait. Yes. I think I know where this is. I guess I'll do this last quest. And if push comes to shove and this is the last thing I can put into this episode, then so be it. I'm sorry. I believe this book is found over here, I believe. Please tell me I'm right. Please tell me I'm right. I'm like 90% sure that it's over here. It's like in one of the books around here. Hello? You don't really have anything for me. Let's break this pot. They don't really mind if you break stuff. They'll, if anything, they'll maybe just put like an exclamation mark. Here's the book. This is what I mean when I say look for bookshelves in general. This is the soldier and the strategists, and this is talking about Sir Hendrik, and I think Jasper's his name? Something like that. Sorry, Jasper. There we go. We'll get into detail about those people later on. But yeah, what the books will essentially do is it will give you lore about the game, or lore about certain enemies, or like how they work, all that stuff. And it will give you recipes sometimes to make stuff. But we don't have the ability to make or to get recipes just yet. But I think that is going to be it for this episode. We're going to get the Dracilian Shilling. These are very much not used anymore in stores, but you can sell the Dracilian Shilling for quite a pretty penny. Alliteration bars. Okay, we're going to go near the front of this area of Heliodor, and then I guess we're going to call it an episode. So, thank you all so much for watching. Next time on Dragon Quest XI, we are going to enter into the Heliodor Castle and see what our destiny holds for us. So until next time, see you all then.